Welcome back, guys. I hope you're doing well. It's been a long time since we talked about Bitcoin, but right now I think it's a very, very good point to talk about Bitcoin because we saw a very, very bullish movement in the last few days. And the halving is one of the main topics that we are going to talk about because the halving will take place in 168 days. This means 6 months are left and also 20,000 blocks are about to get mined by the Bitcoin miners. And when we talk about the Bitcoin miners, we have to talk about the Pure multiple because this chart puts the miners into consideration, and the miners are a big factor when we talk about the halving. And for the halving, I have prepared this chart. Here we see the halving events and also the past cycles and the cycle that we are in right now. And also this daily chart is, from my point of view, a very, very important chart because, as I said before, we saw a very, very bullish few days in the past days. And therefore, the price of Bitcoin could see some cooling down momentum after we caught some bullish momentum. Right now, the sentiment is very, very bullish, but the price cannot go upwards like unlimited or this in the sky. We have to cool down a bit, and we will see, in my opinion, and this is very obvious, that we will see an accumulation zone and maybe a cool down moment for the price. And also we have this bearish divergence right now if we talk about the RSI indicator and the daily time frame, because the price is rising but the RSI is decreasing, and then we can spot the bearish divergence right now. And this is also an indicator where I would say the price of Bitcoin could see some sell-off in the upcoming days or in the upcoming weeks. This could also mean that the price of Bitcoin could reach 50,000 because everybody is right now hyped. Will Bitcoin see 50,000 before New Year? Even if Bitcoin sees 50,000, I'm still sure that we need a bit cool down moment. This doesn't need to be playing out, but in my opinion this would be very, very good for sustainable growth. And yeah, I would like to start with the Pure multiple, guys. In my opinion, the Pure multiple is a very, very good chart to spot the market tops and the market bottoms. We have two zones that are extreme zones because in these zones miners have extreme conditions. One is positive, one is negative. Miners are very, very profitable if we are in this zone, and in this zone it's very, very good to distribute, or to better to say, to take some profits. Because also miners are taking profits, price is always peaking at this point, you can see it. And also, before we distribute here, one very, very interesting event is taking place, and this is the halving. After the halving, guys, the reward, or the miner reward, is getting halved, and you can see that the Pure multiple is very drastically dropping from here down to here. And the price is also from here on catching momentum, and then we go bullish forward, guys. And also the Pure multiple is rising. At this point, we go downwards. We are in the miner stress zone. This zone is where miners are fighting with strong income stress or difficult income stress. And therefore, this is the zone the miners are hating the most. But right now we recovered from this zone and we are catching momentum. Also the miners are catching momentum, bullish momentum, and the price is catching momentum too. And the halving, after the past halving, you can see it also, the price is rising, and also the Pure multiple here as well. And at the halving moment, always the Pure multiple dropped and the price caught momentum from here on. Therefore, I'm pretty excited. When the next halving is taking place, the Pure multiple will drop, and from there on, the price of Bitcoin will catch more and more bullish momentum. And then we also talked about Qatar are right now in speech to invest about 500 billion into Bitcoin. These are all bullish events or bullish news that will push the price of Bitcoin, from my point of view, that's pretty sure that 100K will be cracked very, very soon if we see a push of 500 billion into Bitcoin, and also the halving event and Bitcoin BlackRock spot ETFs. These are very, very bullish events. And if they take place, the price of Bitcoin will very, very fast hit 100,000. So let's talk about this weekly time frame. In this weekly time frame, guys, you will notice very quick that we have the vertical lines. The vertical lines are always the halving. The next halving we are expecting in May. And the past halving, guys. If we look at the halvings or the cycle, you can see we have this falling trend line and always a horizontal line. These lines work at, first of all, as resistance, and after we flip them into support, they are strong support for the price. If we look at the first halving event, guys, so here right now you can see the falling trend line. The falling trend line, we tested it several times at this point, and here we flipped it into support, and then we caught momentum from here. After we had this horizontal box. This horizontal box was at first resistance at this point, and also resistance at this point. Then we flipped it into support, bounced from here, and bounced here another time. And then, guys, halving moment took place. What happened to price? We go parabolic from here on. Price is increasing very fast. And then the next cycle, guys, same scenario here, falling trend line, horizontal box, flipped it into support, bam, we catched momentum, parabolic zone. And right now, guys, what we are waiting for is, from my point of view, to grow, as I said earlier, sustainable. We haven't backtested this area, so therefore I would not be annoyed if the price of Bitcoin dumps again down to 30,000, because if we look in a bigger picture, the prices are disappearing. And also what we are mentioning then, or what we are noticing then, is just the pattern. And always in the past this happened. We backtested it and then we go from here on bullish. Here as well, we backtested it and then we go parabolic. Here as well, guys, we backtested it and then we go parabolic. Therefore, this would be very, very good if Bitcoin goes down, tests 30,000 again, and then we go from here on parabolic. This doesn't have to take place before the halving. It can also take place after the halving. Maybe we will hit 50,000, consolidate a bit, and then bam, price goes down, and then we hop on to the next bull run all-time highs. And this means we will crack 100,000, maybe 150,000. There are some speculations that are much higher, but I don't want to take them into consideration right now. I think first of all we should aim for 100,000. This is a price target everyone is talking about and the bulls want to see mostly. So let's talk about this chart, guys. In this daily time frame, you can see the parabolic curve step-like formation. In this parabolic curve support formation, we have some accumulation zones. Some are bigger, some are smaller. The biggest one was this, between 25,000 up to 32,000. We consolidated very, very long between this zone, but then we flipped it into support, but we haven't even backtested it. We went from 30,000 up to 35 to 37, 38,000. We had a small accumulation zone here and then we pumped again. And in the past 6 days, we have the 6th of December right now, recording this video. In the past 6 days, guys, Bitcoin flipped 38,000, 9,000, 40,000, 41, 42, 43, and even 44,000 within a very, very short time. So this means Bitcoin went very, very bullish and the bulls are very, very optimistic on the price right now. But we need some backtest. This is very, very important. It's not in my favor that I want Bitcoin to dump, but maybe it is better sometimes to have some support that we can lean on and then go from there on bullish. That's why I want to talk about this chart, because we could maybe have reached the point where we see in the upcoming time a sell point where the tables are turning, Bitcoin cools down, because as you can see here, we had a accumulation phase when we went in the bear market downwards, guys. This consolidation phase was between 38,000 and up to 43,000. We had some extreme zones where prices went even higher, up to 47,000 or down to 34,000. Therefore, these are areas that maybe Bitcoin could test. And if you noticed it, guys, this forms also a pattern. And this pattern is called a cup and handle. Maybe Bitcoin could right now go into the downwards consolidation. And then here we could form our handle part, and then we can go upwards. Sustainable. This would make sense for me. This is a price area right now where it's very, very critical, because everybody is bullish. No one wants to sell. But if on the one hand everyone is winning, on the other hand someone has to lose. And the whales, in my opinion, right now playing some gains, they will manipulate the market, because on the upwards move in the past days or in the past 3 months right now, they made some huge gains and they will take profits, guys. This is what accumulation zone is, or this is what accumulation zone is about. They are taking small gains, even in this zone, guys. You can see it upwards, downwards, upwards, downwards. These are all moves where whales are making profits. And therefore, guys, right now, we can spot just a small accumulation zone. We went very, very bullish from here on, and they haven't even backtested it. Therefore, in my opinion, accumulation or a distribution would make sense, that we can accumulate more and more. So let's talk about another scenario that I mentioned at the beginning of the video. We have the bearish divergence right now. You can see it in the past. Price went upwards, we built higher highs. On the RSI, we have formed higher lows, lower highs, and then bearish divergence, price dumped. Here as well, bearish divergence, price is going even higher, price dumped. Here, another scenario, price is building or forming lower lows, higher lows on the RSI, price is going up. And right now we have lower highs on the RSI, price is forming higher highs, and therefore maybe we could see a dump down to the 0.236er, which is around 39,800, and the 0.5er or the 0.618, the golden pocket level, is between 32,000 and 34,000. And that's what I want to say to you guys, why we could maybe see a dump or a cool down for the price. This would really make sense with these scenarios. And also some price targets for the traders for you guys. If we see more and more bullish momentum, it's pretty obvious that the price of Bitcoin could end up between 46,000, which means the R4 line, or the R5 line between 49,000. I think 48,000 is the price that we can what is very, very likely to happen if the price of Bitcoin gets more and more push. If the price of Bitcoin cools down, 43,000 is the support that we need to hold, or 41,000 is the last support before we lose the 4 and then go back to the 30,000 area. So guys, I'm very thankful that you have watched the video from the beginning till the end. If you like my content, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to leave the thumbs up. And I would truly appreciate it if you could share this video, because by sharing this video, the algorithm gets very, very good pushed, and this would help me to grow and make the channel more relevant, guys. And I'm hoping to see you in the next video. Bye bye.